What's up, PokeMoshPit? Zed here, and today I have a game for you against Rich, also known as InertFury. Does a lot of great work for the PokeMoshPit Beta channel, and it's an underused game that we decided to have on my stream the other night, which was first time we'd ever played, and turned out to be a really pretty good match. So lots of mind games going on and stuff, so I'm going to kind of slow it down a bit and hopefully be able to explain that a bit more, speed up some sections and all the rest of that. But anyway, it's a pretty straightforward standard lead. I'm going to go for the Ambipom fake out, and he doesn't switch, so either he doesn't want to take anything on his team to take the fake out, or he just either over-predicted, thought that I wouldn't go for it first turn. But he's obviously going to go for the Volt Switch on this turn. He's probably a Specs lead-off, and the best thing for me to go to is my Rotom Heat form, which is a specially defensive variant and can easily take any kind of electric move that he wishes to go for. So he's going to go to his best thing to take on Rotom Heat, which I believe is probably a Life Orb variant of Aerodactyl, carrying Stone Edge, and that is going to threaten me a great deal. So I don't want to take any kind of hit. I go to my Suicune, which is calm as opposed to bold, but it is a Suicune, and it can really take any kind of hit that that a physical attacker like Aero wants to throw at it. So I do dodge the Stone Edge, which is great. It leaves me intact with my HP, and I'm just going to go for the Scald, not going to overpredict early game, and in comes Celebi. So kind of hoping for the burn a little bit, but if I didn't get the burn, it wasn't really a big deal to me. So two alternative thought processes here. He is going to predict me to go for the Ice Beam and is going to fear that with his Celebi, so he's going to go out into his Rotom Heat, whereas on my end I'm afraid of his Leaf Storm, so I'm going to go out to my Rotom Heat, and so we end up with this Rotom Heat against Rotom Heat kind of mini stall war going on. So I do carry the Thunder Wave. I'm a more defensive variant. As I said, I have max special defense. He turns out to be a modest special attack, max special attack Rotom. So basically at this point neither of us really want to switch out, because both of us have things which are, you know, Wally's type things, Celebi and Suicune, and you know, defensive waters, but because of Rotom's scope being both fire and electric, it could go for either an Overheat or a Thunderbolt at any point in time. So basically, we're just going to be Thunderbolting, Overheating, and I Overheat at one point there, just before that turn happened, predicting him to go to Celebi, but he doesn't, and at this point I'm thinking I've got to break the monotony. I'm hoping he's going to go for either a Thunderbolt or a Pain Split on this turn. Thankfully he does go for the Pain Split, and I go out to Celebi. Now at this point I still wasn't aware that he was an offensive Rotom. He did carry leftovers, and so I thought he was a more defensive variant like mine, which is why I'm going to go for the Recover. With Recover I'm thinking I can live a defensive Rotom Overheat and be able to recover stall him until his special attack is so low that he's forced to switch out. So that's my kind of plan there. I don't really have anything else I want to go to. You know, I could have gone to Suicune predicting the Overheat and then got his special attack lowered that way, but I kind of wanted to use Celebi to diminish him and then put me in a strong position to Psychic or Leaf Storm the switch in. But unfortunately he's going to get that crit, and it turns out it's not going to matter because, as I said, he is a modest max special attack Rotom. So here comes a very, very interesting play. I want to get his Celebi into a difficult position, so I go into Azumarill, and because I go into Azumarill, he's going to obviously predict the water move and go to Celebi, and by doing that I force him to go into Celebi, have Ephraim here, have my Heracross, and now I'm in a strong position. He thought a lot about this move. He was like, is he going to be Scarfed? Isn't he? Is he bluffing it? And I will let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that 90% of the time I do not run Scarf Heracross. I run Substitute Focus Punch, and I will bluff that Scarf like a motherfucker. So that is exactly what I do. I bluff the Choice Scarf, works out to absolute perfection as he brings in his Rotom Heat, and you know, he was predicting the Mega Horn. He's not going to take one. He is going to take a Stone Edge right to the face, and seeing as he is a more offensive based Rotom, I hope that Stone Edge would kill, but because he does have, I guess, a little bit of HP investment, he's gonna live it. Thankfully though, he does get paralyzed, so I'm going to be able to take him out on the second turn with a Mega Horn, and it's going to leave me with a free substitute up, which is fantastic because nothing on his team really is defensive enough now to take any kind of hit from Heracross. Celebi will die from a Mega Horn, Mamoswine will die from a Focus Punch, Aerodactyl will probably die from a Stone Edge, and all he really has to take any of my neutral hits is an Azumarill. Obviously if he went to Jolteon he could bring this thing in now. And what his plan is here is to go for the Volt Switch to break my sub and then go into a Azumarill to threaten me with a priority. However, knowing that he's going to break my sub with a Volt Switch and kind of seeing his plan that he wants to bring in something to revenge me with, I'm going to actually decide to substitute once again. So another good play on my part. And the ball really is in my court at this point because his Azumarill can't do anything to stop my Focus Punch at this point. Something on his team is going to get hit by a Focus Punch, whether it be Celebi or the Azumarill or whatever he wants to do. But I'm going to go for it here. He's going to Aqua Jet, break the sub, and the Focus Punch, though it's not going to kill the Azumarill, is going to do a metric fuck ton because let me tell you, a stab Focus Punch from a Heracross is something that is sore, and look, that actually hit him right in the face. The animation smacked him right in the fucking sucker. So there you go, Azumarill's almost dead. And at this point I'm thinking, you know what, I could probably get Heracross in safely later, set up a sub later as well. So I want it to keep as much health as possible, so I'm going to go into my own Azumarill, predicting him to Aqua Jet me again. But he's going to pull the switch out and go to Jolteon. I'm not sure if he predicted that or not, but he does pull out Jolteon, and at this point he knows that an Aqua Jet is going to kill him. And seeing as the ball is in my park, I have no reason to over-predict at this point, so going to go for the Aqua Jet. And this is where the game starts to turn a little bit more in his favour. He's going to start getting on the prediction game now, and knowing now that I'm going to switch to my Rotom Heat, I'm not going to want to stay in on a Celebi with a banded Aqua Jet, so knowing that, he's going to switch out to his Aerodactyl and make a really nice play because it puts him in a strong position now against my Rotom Heat form, threatening me with a Stone Edge, and I really don't have much on my team I want to go to take a Stone Edge. At this point though, seeing that he's started the over-prediction game, I'm thinking that maybe he wants to over-predict once more and go for the Earthquake, predicting my Suicune to come in. So I'm going to stay in, and unfortunately he just goes for the obvious play, and traps my Rotom in there, kills me with a Stone Edge. But it does allow me to see that he is a Life Orb variant, so I know he's not Choice Banded or any kind of Expert Belt of that kind, so good scouting initiative, I guess, is what it's going to give me. So I'm going to go into Suicune here, and I could go and try and predict his switch here, and go for the Ice Beam, predicting Celebi to come in, but I don't think he's going to go for that. I think it's too risky at this point. I could go for any move, and none of his guys would like to take an Ice Beam. Just looking at his team, Jolteon won't want to take one, Mamoswine could take one nicely, but then wouldn't want to risk in case I went for the Water move, so he's going to fodder out his Azumarill, and now he brings in Jolteon. And because I'm calm, and I do have max HP, I'm like, you know what, it's a Specs Jolteon probably, but it's Suicune, guys, it's Suicune, and guess what? Suicune lives. So I go for the Hydro Pump. It's a really weird Suicune set, this. It worked in this match, but it didn't work in another match I used it in, so I'm probably going to change it to a more Calm Mind based offensive one. But this one has Scald and Hydro Pump, so it kind of psychs the opponent out thinking you're more defensive, then you pull out Hydro Pump and it manages to pull you through. So now Suicune's not too useful to me. I'm hoping he may over-predict, go for an Ice Shard or an Icicle Crash, but he's going to go for the safe Earthquake. Not a problem. It allows me to scout what type of Mamoswine he is. I see the Life Orb recoil, and therefore that alerts me to the fact he's not Choice Banded or Expert Belt or anything like that. So he's carrying two Life Orbers, Aerodactyl and Mamoswine. So I have no reason not to go for the Fake Out at this point, and I'm going to go for it on his switch to Aerodactyl. And I know that really at this point he doesn't want Stone Edge missing, so even though he could probably take me out with a Life Orb Stone Edge, he's going to go for the safe Earthquake. He doesn't think I can really hit him with much, but I do have a very nice move in my arsenal that is going to kind of give me the real advantage here. It's Low Sweep, and if you didn't know, Low Sweep is a, I think it's like 60 base power or 50 base power move, but it gets boosted by Technician with Ambipom, and it lowers the opponent's speed 100% of the time, which is amazing, because now I outspeed the Aerodactyl. He can't kill me with a second Earthquake, for his Aerodactyl will die, and so I'm going to go for the double hit, predicting him to switch out, knowing he wants to save his Aerodactyl, and he's going to go to Celebi. Celebi is now in a really iffy position. It can stay in and probably take a double hit, but then it'll be at low HP. It could recover up. So I'm thinking he's not going to switch. He may want to try and recover, and that's why I go for my signature move here, which is a fling. I have fling with light ball, and what light ball does when you fling it is it's going to paralyze. Yeah, it's going to paralyze the opponent. But unfortunately for me, he's going to go to Aerodactyl as death fodder on that turn, take the fling, and I don't get to paralyze anything, which is kind of a shame. At this point, I think I'm relatively safe switching out. I'm hoping his Mamoswine isn't going to predict the switch and go for an Earthquake. He's kind of really afraid of my Ambipom at this point, and Fake Out's going to do a great deal of damage to both Mamoswine and Celebi, so he's going to go for the safe Ice Shard, and at this point I think I do have it in the bag. I'm going to go for the Double Edge because it will hit Mamoswine if he stays in, and if he does go to Celebi, Double Edge will most likely KO him, and if not, then I can easily come in with whatever his name is, Ambipom, and finish him off with a Fake Out. So Double Edge does hit the incoming Celebi. It's going to take the thing out, and hopefully I think at this point I have the game. It's just going to take a little bit more prediction. I want to keep Azumarill with the Aqua Jet priority, and I want to keep Ambipom with the Fake Out priority, and I think that with those double priorities I'll be able to take him out. So I'm going to go to my Heracross as death fodder that thing out. Earthquake is going to be a 2-hit KO. He's probably just going to finish me off with an Ice Shard because I think Heracross and Mamoswine are the same base speed, so he doesn't want to risk any kind of speed ties. He knows Ice Shard will kill me. All this time I've been racking up a little bit of Life Orb recoil as well, which is going to help me out. So Fake Out's not going to do that much, but an Ice Shard is going to bring him down to where recoil and everything is going to allow me to kill him with an Aqua Jet from Azumarill. So there you go. I think Azumarill maybe could have killed him from about half health anyway, but finish him off with an Aqua Jet as he tries in vain to go for an Ice Shard, and I managed to take the game. So there you go. Really interesting game, really back and forth between the both of us, and I say for a first match that we both played, really really intense, and great, predictions on both sides. Ball was in the court on both ends a lot of the time, kind of switching back and forth. But yeah, great game, Rick. I think that's like the first proper UU game I've ever had, and we both just kind of threw 6 things together, both based around a fire, water, grass core, and some just other stuff thrown on the side. So really good game. I hope if you enjoyed, then you could check out my channel. The link will be in the description, and do go check out Rich as well. He's a great guy, and appreciate it if you go check him out too. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time on the PokeMoshPit, and hope you have a very nice day. See you soon, guys.